about 10 years ago, 1999, we came up to start looking around and get an idea of what would be available when we were ready to buy something for retirement, and quickly concluded that what we saw was representative of what would be available in 5 or 10 years when we were ready to buy. It'd be more expensive. So we decided to go ahead and put a stake in the ground, buy a place, and we had a real good real estate agent that showed us this place right after the bulldozers had cut the road. So we were up here the day after they cut this street 10 years ago and bought the property shortly thereafter. And then on the way home to Texas, we were talking about what kind of house would fit on this property. And before we even got home, I stopped at a CompUSA and bought Carol a $15 architect package. And for the next 9 years, that was indeed her happy place. Designing houses, and she'd buy housing magazines and find some cute little thing that ought to be in the house plan, and next iteration it was there. And so she designed this house about 95%.
What was very interesting really about how we came to Cummings Cove was we were staying in a bed and breakfast up in Flat Rock. And the owners of the bed and breakfast, they knew we were looking at property, and they said, "Have you seen Cummings Cove yet?" And we said no, and they said, "Well, it's a rather quiet little community, but it really has so much potential." And then the next morning, our real estate agent called up and he said, "I think I might have something that you're very interested in. They have just started bulldozing roads through this new area on a hillside." And I said, "Oh, what area is it?" And he said, "Cummings Cove." And it was like, okay, this was meant to be for us to come here. And of course, we loved the scenery. We wanted to be on a mountainside. We wanted to have the view over the valley, and this just was perfect for us. We knew when we wanted to retire, and so we set our sights on when we wanted to actually come up here. Larry, of course, wanted to come before I did. He was ready to retire a little faster than I was, but we set a date, and then we worked toward that in terms of designing the house, and in terms of coming up, interviewing builders, selecting one.
And we were really fortunate in that process because living in Texas and both working full-time, we were not able to come up and watch this construction process. So we depended a whole lot on our builder and his staff, and we're extremely pleased with how well this worked out. We probably didn't visit this house 6 times while it was under construction. And we're just thrilled with what we got. It worked out even better than we had expected. We found them to be very in tune with, I guess, the personality of this neighborhood, that it's very warm and very caring, and it's high quality. People are expecting good quality, and they're getting it. All the houses we have seen, all the people we have met have just been as nice and as friendly, and it's just really a warm feeling.